My colleague, Paul Ndiho, has more on the story.
Welcome, Presidents Sirleaf.
The United States government is pledging more assistance to Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone as they recover from the devastating Ebola epidemic. The U.S. pledge came last week when U.S. President Barack Obama hosted the leaders of the three African nations at the White House.
I'm going to be looking forward to hearing from them how the United States can stand shoulder to shoulder with them to work hard to take this crisis and turn it into an opportunity to rebuild even stronger than before.
Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was part of the delegation visiting the White House to discuss the fight against Ebola and the progress made in her country and the two other hardest hit by the disease.
We go back home carrying the message from them that, first of all, their own effort to contain the virus is appreciated, that our own leadership in joining them in this effort was applauded, and that we can count on the international community to be with us as we move, first of all, from containing the virus by getting to zero, ensuring that we build resilient health systems, and that we can now start the process of economic recovery.
The World Bank also offered another $650 million to help the devastated countries recover. This new pledge brings the organization's total financing for Ebola response and recovery efforts to $1.62 billion.
The world must not let up on efforts to get to zero Ebola cases in all three countries. For as long as one case of this deadly virus remains, the countries, region, and the world will remain at risk.
Although the economies of the three West African nations remain in bad shape, the African presidents thanked the international organizations, including the UN, World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and other nations for sending millions of dollars and thousands of people to help fight Ebola. However, Sierra Leone's President Ernest Bai Koroma says there is still work to be done.
The road to zero could be bumpy, and it has always been bumpy. So we urge that we remain coordinated in our drawdown plans.
Analysts say before the Ebola virus struck the region, Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone had some of the highest economic growth rates in Africa. But the crisis closed markets, crippled trade and forced schools and workplaces to close. As thousands of victims recover from the disease, the leaders of the three nations are moving forward with plans to rebuild their economies and their countries. Paul Ndiho, VOA News.